Welcome to this Flipdish tutorial. Today we're going to look at how to manage your pre-orders using the Flipdish portal. Once you've logged into the Flipdish portal, you'll be presented with a list of stores that you have access to. For today's demonstration, I'm going to use Pizza Cafe in New York. All I have to do is simply click the cogwheel above the sales graph here on the Flipdish homepage to access the store's settings. Then I just scroll down to pre-order settings and click there. For this demonstration, I'm going to alter the settings for pre-order collections. Now that the page is opened up, let's look at the different options we have to configure our pre-order settings. The first setting is a customer can order for ASAP, meaning that if a customer orders during a time your store is closed, as soon as your store reopens again, this order will be for whatever lead time you've selected after the time your store has opened. So for instance, if you open at 1 p.m. and your lead time is 10 minutes, once you've accepted the order, the customer will receive a text message saying their order is ready at 10 past 1. The next setting is always appear open. This will hide the closed notice when users are pre-ordering outside of normal store opening hours. We recommend you leave this disabled, as it is important that customers know that they are ordering outside of your usual opening hours, particularly for setting correct expectations for the customer as to when their order will be available. The next option is force customers to select a collection time. This requires an extra click from your customers on checkout, but can reduce errors by making the customer explicitly select the collection time. We would generally recommend activating this. The next option is lead time. This is the amount of minutes between the customer placing the order and the store completing the order. If you're not using auto accept and you know that you check your pending orders every 5 minutes, and you're aware that your chef on average makes each dish within 15 minutes, we would recommend you setting the time to 20 minutes. That way it will give you enough time to accept the order, your chef to prepare it, and it sets the correct expectations for the customer. This information will be delivered to the customer within a text message. This lead time is most important when the customer has selected ASAP as their order time. The next option we have is intervals. This is the time between orders. For instance, this means the customer can pick time slots of every 10 minutes, but this is customizable to you. On the website, as you can see here, the customer can select 3:20 p.m., 3:30 p.m., 3:40, 3:50, and so on. Below this, you can see that there's an option to set capacity limits. This allows you to manage busy times by restricting the amount of pre-orders you receive between a certain time slot. I'm not going to cover this in detail now, as we do have a whole tutorial on setting capacity limits called order throttling. I'll link that video in the description below. The next option is the amount of days your customer can order in advance. Some of the businesses we work with prefer 2 days, some prefer 1. It is entirely up to you and what works best for your business. The next option is enforce cutoff time. If the current time is before the previous day's cutoff time, then you are allowed to order for tomorrow, or else for the day after tomorrow. If the current time is before the same day's cutoff time, then you are allowed to order for today or for tomorrow. And the final setting below is pre-order display time. This gives you the option to display how the time shows to your customers on your own site. The 3 options we have available are single time, start and end time, and day only. We have examples of all of these on the page here in front of us. Single time is 6:30 p.m. Start and end time is between 6:30 and 9 p.m. And then day only will just show your customer the day that their order is available on. In order to use single time, you have to be quite sure of your business's turnaround times. Start and end time gives you a little bit more flexibility and allows you to set realistic expectations with your customers on what time their order may be ready between. The next option then we have is either to disable pre-orders altogether, which means customers can only order for ASAP. And the other option then in the blue box is to save the changes that we just made. And that's everything you need to know to manage your pre-orders successfully. And if you have any further questions on pre-ordering or your Flipdish product, please contact us on help@flipdish.com. Thanks for watching.